Good morning again, everyone. Please stand for the playing of the national anthem of Barbados. Thank you so much. Please be seated. Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw. Managing Director of the Barbados Light and Power Company, Mr. Roger Blackman, and other directors and staff of the Barbados Light and Power. Strategic Advisor in the Strategic Innovation Unit of the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, Dr. Ida May Denny. Director of the Change Management Unit in the Ministry, Dr. Paul Murphy. Manager of Communications and Government Relations, Ms. Jackie Marshall Clark. The Corporate Communications Team from the Barbados Light and Power. Director of ICWA, Ms. Tanya Mears, and other officers of the Ministry of Education and Technological and Vocational Training. Participants, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this morning's event. I bid you welcome to the official media launch of the inaugural Barbados Light and Power Battle of the Bots Primary Schools Coding and Robotics Competition. Now, when we hear that, we might look around, we might be expecting to hear, I am a robot. But there's a lot more to coding and robotics than that. For today, I am Cyrillene Willoughby, and I have the pleasure of being your master of ceremonies for this morning's proceedings. Today marks an exciting chapter in our educational journey, and this media launch demonstrates the impact that coding and robotics can have as an interactive teaching and learning tool. Through the integration of these technologies into our educational framework, we aim to encourage students across all disciplines, nurturing their creativity and enhancing their problem-solving skills. And today, to officially welcome you to the launch of this event, I invite Mr. Troy Belgrave, the Education Officer, who has worked tirelessly to ensure that the activity came to fruition. Mr. Troy Belgrave. I think I may have jumped the gun a bit there. We do need to invoke God's blessing, and we did need to have a safety briefing. I think I may have been reading it all morning. I got a little ahead of myself, and I do apologize. Mrs. Marshall Clark, could you please come and give us the safety briefing, and we will have the prayer. My apologies.
That's all right, and that's fine. I'm happy to welcome you to the Barbados Light and Power Company this morning, everybody. I'm sure you all know us. You interact with us in some way, and that's a pleasure. You interact with us in some way, even all the students, even if it's just when you walk into the room and you turn on the light. That's an interaction with all of us at Light and Power, 400 and something of us, all the adults here. Madam Chief, when you plug in your toaster oven, that's all of us here. So you all interact with us at Light and Power, and we're happy about that. And so I just want to make sure that you have a positive interaction to keep thinking about. So when I think of your house and my house, and we don't have much time today because I really was going to engage the students on this, and your cell phones and the kettle and the TV and the fridge and things like that, guess how much money it is to power your house for one day? $5. What did I say? $5 is all it takes to power your house, the average house, and all the things that you have in it for one day. So I must say that when you go to, you know the place I mean, and you buy a snack box, and that costs you $19.95, that's literally 4 days? 4 days of power coming from Light and Power. Boss, you should see the reaction on the faces over here. But I just really wanted to tell you that, so that from now on, your interaction with Light and Power is going to be even more positive, because it's such a valuable product. Yes, there are times when something happens and there might be an outage, but that aside, it's such a positive, such a important product in your house, because it helps you with everything else. And I ain't even touched the cell phones that you definitely need. Just $5 to power your day. So I wanted to give you that positive interaction with Light and Power where you are today. This room is called the Christie's Conference Room, and we bring our employees here very often, and we have talks, we have lectures, we have games, we have fun, we do safety moments. And let me tell you what a safety moment is. No matter what we do in Light and Power, we start each session with a safety moment. This for the teachers now, because you could do this at your schools and your classes as well. Just focus your students on safety. Just a 2-minute talk. Remind them of something to help them to keep safety at the front of their minds. You with me? And keep safe as they go on a daily basis. And health, wellness, and all that kind of thing. So today, you're no exception, because you're at Light and Power. So you must have a safety moment today as well. So a very brief safety moment tip for you today, and this is especially for the children. Your cell phones. Do not overcharge your cell phone. When the cell phone reaches 100%, unplug it. You with me? Because electricity is still flowing into the phone, and of course that's where then you get the problems. The battery can swell, or it can cause the battery now to malfunction, or as a matter, it just cut down the span of the battery life. So your cell phone, when it reaches enough, it's had enough of me at Light and Power. No need to overcharge your cell phone. So everybody, that's it. A positive interaction with us at Light and Power, and a positive moment in terms of a safety moment. I wish you a really good day here with all of us. Please stand, and let's start with prayer. Father, this morning we thank you for the opportunity to be here. We could be elsewhere, but we are here, and you have brought us safely. That's the most important thing. We pray that whatever we do together today, we will be encouraged, and that we will do it well, and most of all, that you'll be in the midst. And so everything will be done to your honor and glory, we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Marshall Clark. And at this point, I will invite Mr. Troy Belgrave to bring us welcome remarks as we get on the way with this battle of the bots. Mr. Belgrave.
A blessed good morning to all. Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, Managing Director, Barbados Light and Power, Mr. Roger Blackman, Directors of the Barbados Light and Power, Strategic Advisor in the Strategic Innovation Unit, Dr. Ida Mae Denny, Director of the Change Management Unit, Dr. Paul Murphy, Manager of Communications and Government Relations, Ms. Jackie Marshall Clark, the Corporate Communications Team of Barbados Light and Power, the Director of ICWA, Tanya Mears, Senior Management Team from the METVT, specially invited guests, participants, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, again, good morning. It is with the greatest pleasure I welcome you all to the launch of the Barbados Light and Power Battle of the Bots Primary School Coding and Robotics Competition, held in conjunction with the Ministry of Education, Technological and Vocational Training, and also sponsored in part by the Student Revolving Loan Fund and supported by robotics manufacturers Vex Robotics of Texas, USA. Today, we stand on the brink of an extraordinary event, the Battle of the Bots, a culmination of creativity, dedication, and innovation in the field of coding and robotics in our nation's nursery and primary schools. We gathered here will witness not just a competition, but a testament to the collaborative nature of the discipline of coding and robotics and the potential of its positive impact on personal, social, and national development. It is hoped that throughout the competition, students should be able to develop resilience, perseverance, and a growth mindset, all of which are essential qualities not just for their young school lives, but for success in general. This competition and showcase will not only highlight the technical capabilities of our very young students, but also the transformative power of coding and robotics in shaping the future of our society. The team-oriented efforts of the students involved should lead to a more effective way to communicate their ideas, work towards common goals, and foster a sense of belonging involving holistic and authentic experiences that goes beyond boundaries and unites us all. In our present-day context, technology is advancing at a pace that has never been seen before. Programming and coding, augmented reality, virtual reality, and advancements made in the applications of artificial intelligence makes it an imperative that the education system we have in this nation adapts to provide our students at all levels with the tools to be competitive, productive, and effective regional and international citizens. It is through events like the Battle of the Bots that we can harness and develop the collective ingenuity which our students and teacher participants possess to push the boundaries of what is possible and showcase the true potential of our nation's children. The journey to this point has been nothing short of remarkable. From the initial idea birthed by teachers in our participating schools to the building of excitement as July the 1st draws near. This competition allows for students and teachers to participate in diverse competition categories, such as the VEX Go Build, task-based VEX IQ, fun-filled time-based VEX 123, and innovative VEX IQ. These categories are designed to build on students' classroom experiences, to allow them the chance to put learned skills and competencies into practice in a fun-filled environment. The competition will also allow the students and teachers to bring concepts to life through tangible, authentic discovery. At the heart of the Battle of the Bots lies the collective spirit of coding and robotics. In this competition/showcase, participants will come together as teammates, united by a common passion for innovation and creativity. They will pool their talents, share their ideas, and work together to overcome simulated challenges, embodying the ethos of cooperation and teamwork that is essential for success in the modern world. The impact of this inaugural coding and robotics competition will extend far beyond its confines. It will serve as a catalyst for innovation within the classroom, drive instructional practices, and build the capacity and knowledge bases of our teachers. Through coding and robotics, students learn to think critically, solve problems creatively, and embrace endless possibilities of technology. They develop the skills and mindset needed to thrive in an increasingly digital world, laying the foundation for a future fueled by innovation and continuous improvement. And so, as we embark on the journey from the collective spark to the planning and then to the actual completion on July 1st, 2024 at the Village Gymnasium, and I'm hoping that everybody in here will be there, we will have the opportunity at the competition to celebrate the incredible achievements of our nation's children. At that point, we will applaud their creativity, ingenuity, and unwavering dedication to excellence. In closing, I would like to offer sincere thanks to the sponsors present for their commitment to this event, and would say to others who may be watching and listening to come on board, as this event offers the opportunity to raise the profile of coding and robotics further, thus allowing for a greater interest not only in our schools, but nationwide. We here all recognize the transformative power of coding and robotics to inspire, educate, and empower the next generation of leaders, innovators, and change makers as they embark on a bright future, not only for themselves, but for the nation as a whole. With that, I will say thank you, and I would like to say as well, kudos to the committee of Sean Hoyt and Danielle Green. They have put in yeoman's work, and there's still a lot of heavy lifting and work to come. So I thank you.
Thank you for those warm remarks, Mr. Belgrave, and I'm sure that he has piqued our interest. So we are willing to be excited by whatever happens here today so that on July 1st, we can go and we can be wowed by everything that is put there for us. Poised as we are on the cusp of education transformation in this country, this competition, I think people would admit, is certainly timely. Renowned educator John Dewey once said, and this would have been years ago, if we teach our children today as we were taught yesterday, we will rob our children of tomorrow. And that is something I think we need to think about as we move into this era of teaching and learning. Our Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, is certainly one to encourage creativity and innovation. Please join with me and welcome her as I now invite her to address us. Dr. Archer Bradshaw.
Thank you, Cyrilene. Roger Blackman, Managing Director, Barbados Light and Power. Directors of the Barbados Light and Power. I also acknowledge Mrs. Jackie Marshall-Clark, Manager Communications and Government Relations. Dr. Ida Mae Denny, Strategic Advisor in the Strategic Innovation Unit. Dr. Paul Murphy, Director Change Management Unit. Tanya Mears, Director ITQAU, which is the IT Quality Assurance Unit. Senior Management Team, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Today I stand before you with an unwavering conviction that education is not what we teach, but how we teach. In this age of rapid technological advancement and innovation, it is crucial that we transform our educational practices to equip our students with the skills, the knowledge, and the attitudes that they need to thrive in the 21st century. Since the last quarter of 2021, coding and robotics classrooms across our nursery, primary, and secondary schools have been hubs for the development of technical skills, as well as vehicles for fostering creativity and innovation. In a world where technology is advancing at an unprecedented pace, we cannot deny that the ability to code and build robots present endless possibilities for invention and discovery. It is through events like the ministry-led Barbados Light and Power Battle of the Bots Primary School Coding and Robotics Competition that we harness the collective ingenuity of our students to push the boundaries of possibilities. The Ministry of Education has emerged from the COVID-19 pandemic with a strategic resolve to build a firm foundation for our education transformation. And when we speak about a firm foundation, we are talking about a foundation that is fair, inclusive, relevant, and modern. Therefore, the ministry has positioned itself at the forefront of innovation by providing the resources that you see here before you in the form of robotics kits for all nursery, primary, and secondary school-age students. Additionally, to date, the ministry has orchestrated the online training of over 300 teachers to deliver coding and robotics instruction using the VEX robotics kits. The training of multiple teacher cohorts in Scratch Code through Erdiston Teachers Training College, and the development of coding and robotics syllabuses for the nursery, primary, and secondary school students. In this world that is advancing rapidly, technologically, we have to ensure that our students are exposed to new technologies to become not only users of the technology, but creators of the technology. If we are indeed to create global citizens with Bajan roots, it is important to provide avenues for students not only to be prepared for jobs of tomorrow, but to feel empowered to become architects of change in their own right. By providing avenues such as this for both students and teachers, we are also providing tools for educational success. Exposure to coding and robotics at the primary level creates a pipeline to several subject areas at the secondary level. For example, mechanical engineering, design and technology, physics, the arts, animation and gaming, digital media, coding using AutoCAD, and computer numerical control, or CNC, machining. These are all new and exciting areas that our students can pursue at secondary school, having acquired the basic knowledge and skills at the primary level. Furthermore, coding and robotics helps to provide students with a holistic understanding of the world around them. It is through the interdisciplinary approach that we foster well-rounded citizens capable of facing 21st century challenges using homegrown solutions. While the Battle of the Bots competition will showcase technical competencies, it is also important that we understand that the journey to the competition will foster students' personal and social development. As students tackle complex problems and navigate the intricacies of coding and robotics, they will develop resilience, determination, and problem-solving skills. They will learn to embrace failure as a stepping stone to success and to never give up in the face of adversity. Moreover, they will develop skills such as critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and compromise as they pool their talents and resources to overcome challenges that may prevent them from achieving their objectives. These are essential skills that will serve them well as they endeavor on various pursuits. As Nelson Mandela once said, education is the most powerful weapon which we can use to change the world. This is the reason that we must transform our education system. Our education system must be on the cutting edge, ushering in contemporary modes of teaching, learning, and assessment so that it caters to all learners, if we continue to approach education as we have always done in a world that is rapidly moving forward. If we stay still, if we remain stagnant, then inevitably we will be left behind. As the ministry seeks to transform education in Barbados, you will see changes, not for the sake of change, but changes that will equip our students with the skills that they need to succeed in the 21st century. Changes that will instill in them a hunger for knowledge. Changes that will drive them to seek out new opportunities, confront new challenges, and make a difference in this world. Let us remember that education is the great equalizer, the vehicle through which we can unlock the full potential of every individual, regardless of background or circumstance. I use this opportunity to thank the Barbados Light and Power as the main sponsor of this event, and the Student Revolving Loan Fund for assisting us in staging this inaugural event. We are truly grateful. You can give them a round of applause. I also express gratitude to Education Officer Mr. Troy Belgrave, who has responsibility for the technical and vocational area and coding and robotics. I remember in 2022, we had a discussion, and I shared with him that we needed to have a competition at some point in time where we could see our students showcasing their skills in coding and robotics. And I'm very grateful, Troy, that we are at this point with the support of teachers who pushed for this event. So I thank you for coordinating this. I also thank the principals and the teachers of the participating schools for their relentless efforts in getting our students ready for this competition. We certainly look forward to the students showcasing all that they have learned over the past 3 years. Finally, let us embrace coding and robotics as one of the tools of education transformation that will enable us to chart a bright future for every child. I will also say to you that you should stand by for more exciting initiatives to come from the Ministry of Education as we champion education transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Archer Bradshaw, and I'm sure that we are all looking forward to those great things that are indeed to come. Now, as you would have heard just now, we have had sponsorship for this event, and there is no way that education transformation can go on in the way we would like it to go forward without continued sponsorship. So at this point, I would like to stress that the participation of corporate Barbados and all entities possible in the activities that we may approach you to support, that participation is important, because the children that we are working with, the young people we are working with, we are preparing your employees, and therefore we welcome your input at every level. In this regard, I wish to invite the Managing Director of the Barbados Light and Power, Mr. Roger Blackman, to the podium to bring remarks to us this morning.
Thank you, Madam MC. Chief Education Officer, Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw, Strategic Advisor in the Strategic Innovation Unit, Dr. Ida Mae Denny, Director of Change Management Unit, Dr. Paul Murphy, Manager, Communications and Government Relations, Jackie Marshall Clark, and other employees of Barbados Light and Power, Director of ITQUA, Tanya Mears, Senior Management Team, METVT, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning again, everyone. It's certainly a pleasure and an honor to be with you here this morning. It is always a good thing when engineering-oriented businesses partner with educators. They combine design, innovative tools and technologies, and then bring collaboration, awareness, and good education. Collaborations such as these can result in the creation of new teaching methods, curricula, and hands-on experiences that engage and inspire students to learn about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, the STEM subjects. By working together, educators and engineers can ensure that these new tools and technologies align with current educational standards and also meet the needs of students, teachers, and eventually the modern workforce. As mentioned, the students here will be the workforce of the future for folks like us here at Light and Power. I supported this partnership from the get-go. In fact, maybe I'll share a personal story around robots. I bought my first robot, similar to this, a competitive Vex, about 15 years or so ago. I say bought myself. It was really supposed to be for the kids, but I used it quite a bit more than the kids. And at the time, the dual purpose is that in another setting with the Engineers Association, we were also planning to do something like this at that time. And so I thought getting one of the robots in and experimenting with it and so on was a good place to start. For various reasons, that didn't happen. But we did use the robot, I recall, at career showcases, and it always generated a lot of excitement and interest from the children that came to the booth. And so when Troy contacted me a little while ago, with the idea, I jumped on it immediately, as he would tell you, and we are certainly very, very pleased to be part of this process and in partnership. And in fact, we with all the exciting things to come, we would hope that you would come to us first as well, so we can continue to work with you as we go forward and build on this particular project. So, as a main sponsor, I am proud to launch this competition surrounding the new robotics program in schools. I love robotics, as I've already indicated, and it's an exciting field that combines creativity, problem solving, and technology. It's an excellent way for students to learn and develop their skills while having fun. I'm also happy to be collaborating once more with the Ministry of Education. Our last would have been through the COVID period, as we worked with you to help students without electricity at the time have that opportunity for virtual classrooms. I think we budgeted somewhere and would have donated in the order of $90,000 at that time to assist with that program. And again, I want to thank the chief, Dr. Archer Bradshaw, and Deputy Chief Joy Adamson, I don't think she's here today, and others in the Ministry of Education for making that program a reality for many young persons across the island. In addition to that, there was the Electricity and Renewable Energy Schools Exposition, again, something we were all very excited about at the time, and maybe something that we can see happen again. I believe that stopped only as a result of COVID. That went on for maybe about 5 years, a partnership with the Ministry of Education again, and sponsored by us. And that had come about as a result of things that we were seeing, the innovation we saw in schools at BMEX, in the area of manufacturing, culinary arts, fine arts, and we wanted to encourage displays at the time in the area of electricity and renewable energy and sustainable energy in particular. So there were certainly many other partnerships and projects, like the annual Teacher Symposium, annual schools lecture and solar plant tours, safety talks, and much more. So this morning, again, I want to wish you nothing but success with the new robotics program and this competition in particular. And best regards and an extra good luck to the 8 primary schools coming out to compete in this first robotic competition. Light and Power is pleased to be your title sponsor and be a partner with you and all the other sponsors. I thank you.
Thank you for those warm remarks, Mr. Blackman. Now we've heard about the Battle of the Bots. So who is taking part in that battle? We have present some of the schools that are taking part, and as I call your name, students, feel free to chair and represent because you are here representing your school, and this is no small feat. So, we have from the Blackman and Gollop Primary School, Mrs. Jacqueline Jones-Miller and Mr. Paul Nichols, and they're accompanied by students Aiden, Aline, and Ariella Bradshaw. Can we see Blackman and Gollop? Let's see you. Stand, let everybody see you represent. There we go. Thank you so much. From the Arthur Smith Primary School, we have Miss Keitha Smith, and unfortunately, they don't have the name of your two students, but please stand and be represented. And we have two young men. It's always good to see our young men participating. Thank you so much. From the Christchurch Girls, we have Sean Hoyt and Danielle Green, teachers, and we have Paula Bridgman and Emery Thompson. Represent, young people. Thank you. From the St. Christopher Primary School, we have teacher Kim Bess and students Caden Moyes Jordan and Angelina Taylor. St. Christopher Primary. From the St. Lawrence Primary School, Ms. Lorraine Gittins and Ms. Tracy Cox, teachers, and Asia Boyne and Malachi Sargent are our students. St. Lawrence Primary, great to have you on board. From the Ellerton Primary, we have the principal, Mr. Andrew Haynes, Shanisha Graves, and Mackay Lashley. They're our students. Okay, in their absence, we acknowledge them. Sharon Primary, Nisha Marshall is the teacher, Joseph Marshall, and Micah Abioye. Thank you. And from the West Terrace Primary School, we have Mr. Demar Brown, teacher, Kiara Ford, and Shivani Dimmock Nesfield, students. And in their absence, the Milton Lynch Primary School will be the additional competitors. But we are so happy to see you here this morning, and we are so happy to know that you are keen enough, creative enough, bold enough to take on the challenge in this first battle of the bots. So thank you again for your participation. Let's cheer them on. And of course, we have our judges. We have Dr. Albert Bartlett. He is the retired CVQ coordinator and teacher of physics and electronics and electrical technology. Dr. Bartlett. Mrs. Arlene Linton Jones, senior tutor in the Division of Natural Sciences of the Barbados Community College. Thank you. Mr. Lamar Ford, a teacher of industrial technology, and he teaches coding and robotics at the Allen School. Mr. Kenneth Turton, Senior Liaison Officer, Information Technology Quality Assurance Unit at the Ministry of Education. Mr. Jonathan Brathwaite, Systems Engineer here at the Barbados Light and Power. And in their absence, we also have Ms. Tara Durant, who is a teacher at the St. Matthew's Primary School, and Mr. Andre Hines, who is the head of the Management Information System Unit at the Ministry of Education. So all of them, we say thank you to the participants and thank you to the judges. Okay. Well, in the midst of technology, you know, there are some things you have to wait a little bit for. But we will have the vote of thanks at this point, after which we would have the reveal of the logo. So I would now like to invite Mr. Sean Hoyt, who is the IT coordinator at the Christchurch Girls School, to bring the vote of thanks. Mr. Hoyt.
Sorry. I hope it wasn't recording. Okay. All right, good morning, everyone. First, I want to say that it is, have a little cool, so give them a little break, right? It's interesting that I was asked to give the vote of thanks, considering that I'm so thankful that we can actually have a coding and robotics competition. So I am thankful for that. It gives me immense pleasure to stand before you today at the launch of our coding and robotics competition. This event marks a significant milestone in our collective journey to inspire and nurture the tech innovators of tomorrow. As we embark on this exciting venture, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of those who have made this possible. Firstly, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the Chief Education Officer, Ms. Dr. Ramona Archer-Bradshaw, for gracing us with your presence today. Your unwavering support for educational initiatives and dedication to fostering an environment where young minds can thrive in STEM disciplines are truly commendable. Your leadership continues to be a beacon of inspiration for educators and students alike. A special note of thanks to our distinguished judges. We are incredibly grateful to have a panel of such esteemed and knowledgeable professionals. Your expertise and fair judgment will undoubtedly elevate the standards of this competition and provide invaluable feedback to our participants, therefore helping them grow and excel in their coding and robotics endeavors. To our talented competitors, I extend my warmest appreciation. Your enthusiasm and passion for coding and robotics are the heart of this competition. It is your creativity, ingenuity, and determination that brings this event to life. I wish you all the best as you showcase your skills and push the boundaries of innovation. Finally, I would like to convey our deepest gratitude to all sponsors, particularly our title sponsor, the Barbados Light and Power Company Limited. Hosting this event in your esteemed conference room is a testament to your commitment to advancing education technology. Your generous support has been instrumental in making this competition a reality. Your belief in the potential of our young technologists is truly inspiring, and we are honored to have you as our partner. In conclusion, I thank each and every one of you for your presence and contribution to the success of this launch. Therefore, we are fostering a community of future leaders, thinkers, and innovators. Let us look forward to an exciting competition ahead, filled with learning, growth, and remarkable achievements. Thank you. I knock over again.
Thank you, Mr. Hoyt. And as I said, the excitement is building. So we are moving with that excitement. Now, We do have something else which we want to share with you, but again, we have to hold for a few minutes for that. And while we are doing that, we are going to invite you to view the display of the VEX robotic kits. And this will be demonstrated by students of the Aline School. So as we launch this exciting initiative today, we want to celebrate the potential of technology to transform education. The Battle of the Bots represents a bright future where creativity meets technology and where we empower our students to reach new heights. I thank you all for being here, and I invite you to come forward. We will have our distinguished party first, but I would invite you all to come forward and to see what can be done, what is possible. And as we do that, we will also be preparing to have the display and the reveal of the logo. So just, mill around, enjoy each other, get to know each other, and I am sure when that logo goes up, you will be very much impressed. Okay, so I thank you. And I want you to note the size of the people doing the display, the uniforms, right? These are junior students. Ah, there we go. Okay. So where are they projecting it from? Oh. I think somebody from Star Home.
Of course.
Okay, let me give you Ike. This is the. Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes, mic is on. Right. So here we have motors that controls the back, the arms, and of course it has two motors controlling the forward and backward movement of the robot. Okay. Right, so here we have a test bed here, which showcases all the features of all the sensors.
Hello. Now, as much fun as we're having, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I've been asked to ask you to just resume your seats briefly. We know you're having fun with the toys. We know that you are having fun testing your prowess against that of the children whose fingers seem to be much more nimble than our adults. But we do have one other activity to complete. So if you could please resume your seats briefly. You ready? Okay, and at this point, the activity that's going to complete our proceedings this morning, we are about to have the great reveal. Mr. Belgrave? Now that was brief. Now you see, that's why we have the battle of the bots. Develop the skills. Be creative, innovative, all those things. Definitely resilient.